last building on that side of the street. There's a big loading dock area. Just drive right in. You'll see the door open, and we'll look forward to seeing you. So if you can, make it Tuesday. Oh, no kidding. Oh, you lucky devil. Well, this is a nice week for you. I mean, today's a sad day, but hallelujah on Sunday.
It's Friday. Friday.
Oh yeah, any nonprofit organization, you know, is a legitimate repository of this largesse. Okay, we have had, and I don't know what exactly is here at this moment, but whoever comes over can just look over what's in, you know, stock at this time. As you realize, it turns over, and a percentage of every order that gets donated is material that, you know, is unusable or, you know, unattractive. Well, that tends to pile up because no one's taking it out. And so at any given time, we can't predict that you're going to get exactly what you'd like. Absolutely. Absolutely. And if something that came in precisely to your needs, I'd give you a call. Okay? No, you wouldn't have to do that. So just show up, you can fill out the form when you get here, and we'll be very happy to help. Okay, listen, bye. Hallelujah. So that was the Albany's, well, they're over in Albany Street. It's the Orchard Park Task Force doing, organizing within one of the housing projects of the city. And that's one of the groups that we like to help the best because as someone who grew up in that very same housing project, I spent 9 years at Orchard Park as a kid. And it was tough then. And it's tough now.
Well, they cut the money.
Yeah, it's not only lack of services, it's the emotional climate. It's extremely deadening to live in those kind of surroundings with the people there. And so anyone that wants to create a deviance, you know, help generate a sense of belief in itself and developing.
Well, this hasn't changed in all the years they've had cities, though, has it?
Unfortunately not. But there are more people who are concerned about liberating the positive energies out of those circumstances because of the drug deals and all that stuff. I mean, those are obvious centers of despair, loneliness, etc. And so the drug shot comes in for, you know, just because of how these things were created. There's no housing project I've ever heard of in my experience that is as good as a relatively stable neighborhood somewhere else. I mean, in other words, housing projects in and of their design seems to liberate negative energy. And so if we can help in any way here, so all we're doing is giving physical materials. We're making available to nonprofit groups across the city, in fact across the greater Boston area. This could be anything from the Pine Street Inn, shelter, to battered women's groups, to, this is a group now, Stage Source, and they're doing theater, nonprofit group that's doing theater, and so they're eligible. A dance company, Mobius Dance Theater, came in, and we happened to have at one time, must have been 50 mirrors, and they ended up taking 30 of them. No one else wanted them. Well, very few people had a use for these large mirrors, and so they put one on the side of the studio. These mirrors are perfect for them. So there are lots of things that come in here that we don't order by design. They simply show up. We love typewriters. We never get typewriters. Everyone wants a typewriter. But we might have 30 desks come in one day, and those 30 will sit here for a month before one's taken. But if we get 10 file cabinets, they'll be gone the next day. We're open 2 days a week, and essentially by appointment. And what I try and do, this is last month's, I'll read some of the people who were here last month. You know, on the 15th, Boston Food Bank, Boston Latin Academy, Boston Recycle Center, again the Boston Recycle Center, Cast Resources. They do technology stuff for the handicapped, and they have a whole program of designing ways that the handicapped can better control their environment. We were able to give them, let's see, 8 file cabinets and 3 tables. Christians for Urban Justice, and they're dealing with what was housing starts lower than moderate income, low-income housing starts, and they're out in Dorchester. And 3 desks, 5 chairs, 1 filing cabinet, 2 bookcases. The Columbia Point Task Force, similar to the Orchard Park I was just talking about. 8 chairs, a typewriter, a file cabinet, a step stool. Days in the Arts, and that's tied in with the Boston Symphony Orchestra in essentially developing music appreciation. 7 chairs, 4 wastebaskets, leaving at wastebaskets in those years. Days in the Arts came back again. Dorchester Head Start. East Boston Little League, 10 chairs. Friends of the Boston Harbor Islands, 3 lockers, 6 chairs, storage cabinets, etc., so forth. Habitat for Humanity, low-income housing home ownership program. Lunenburg School, a lot of schools have come here, they came twice. Lewis Middle School came twice. Long Island Shelter, they needed a couple of desks, they picked up 2 desks and a wooden stand. Mass Halfway Houses, and they have a lot of these drug rehab programs, obviously alcohol withdrawal programs, etc. And they have these halfway houses around, and they've come here a number of times.
You differentiate between drugs and alcohol.
Usually only because there are different emphasis in the service community. In other words, we deal with them, and the drug rehab calls themselves drug rehab, and the alcohol programs call themselves alcohol. So only because they designate themselves that. But this group happens to have both.
The state doesn't designate that?
I don't know where the designation